Greetings all. This is your best friend of Can You Dig It? And I'm going over a painting, the painting known as the Vitruvian Man, which is a very influential and very important painting. This painting is a very special painting to me, and this painting has taught me a lot of things, and most of all, it's taught me patience. This painting known as the Vitruvian Man, you may have heard of it before. But this picture, known as Vitruvian Man, is a painting that I have been struggling with for 5 years now. I've been trying to figure out what this painting meant, and I never could figure out to a meaning to it or understanding of it to my liking that satisfied me, that made me feel like, okay, we got it. Now, if you're anywhere in the world, you've seen this picture. You've seen this picture thousands, some people millions of times. As a matter of fact, you see it so often you don't even pay attention to it because they put it on coins, they put it on your medicines, they put it on your hospitals. You see this image and this symbol all over the place. You've probably seen it over a million times in your lifestyle, but you may not know who this person is. This person here is known as the Vitruvian Man. The Vitruvian Man was painted by Leonardo da Vinci in the 1500s. And he was doing it as an attempt to square the circle. And the Vitruvian Man is an engineer and an architect, and he is supposed to be the representation of the perfect dimensions of a man. So this is a very controversial image we have here. The powers that be at the time were not allowed to reveal this picture, and he couldn't make it into an actual picture. This is just from a scrapbook as an image that was too controversial to be released. So, what this what this whole process of trying to figure out who this character is and what's the purpose of this picture and the importance helped me understand something. I couldn't figure out this painting for over 5 years, and I never could get an understanding of it. And eventually, I met someone through a very happenstance way that gave me the answer to this picture. And there's no way in the world I would ever been able to decode this picture until I met a particular person. This picture, known as the Vitruvian Man, was painted by Da Vinci, and Da Vinci was a humongous fan of Vitruvius, and he specialized in architecture engineering. In particular, he wrote a book called The 10 Building Blocks because he talks about architecture. And the architecture that he's speaking about is physical. And as you see, there's a man in front of it. I've always known there were two people in this picture. There was a woman and a man in this picture, but I couldn't get a complete understanding of this picture until I met this person. And what I want you to understand is that this person here, known as the Vitruvian Man, is has this image has been, and the meaning has been inverted. They've inverted the meaning and they switched it from the original meaning of this picture. Even if you look at this picture close enough, you'll see this movement all around both sides of the body. You look here, you look here, you see all this movement. And you see this movement because this image has been flipped and turned around, and it's been inverted, and it means something completely different than the actual meaning of this picture. So what I found was I got lucky, and I actually ran into the character known as the Vitruvian Man. But everything is inverted, and it's not actually talking about a man. It's actually talking about a woman. It's not the Vitruvian Man. It's actually Virtuous Vian. And literally, her name is in the picture. Her name is Vian. Leonardo da Vinci painted this picture in 1 second. Vitruvian Man. I'll give you the exact date. Give me 1 second. I apologize. I just had that one date and I got to pull up just this one image. Just pull up this one image of the Vitruvian Man just to give you the exact date that Leonardo da Vinci painted this picture. And as you can see, okay, perfect. This here is Wikipedia. This is just an overview, and it's one of the best known pictures in the history of the Renaissance. And as you can see, the Vitruvian Man is drawn by Da Vinci, and it depicts a nude man with two superimposed positions. It's one of the world's known biggest artists, one of the most popular pictures in the world. And as you can see, this was drawn in around 1487. So what I'm trying to explain to you is that when we talk about the artwork, I show you the Basquiat, Michelangelo, and Da Vinci. They were literally putting characters in their pictures who were not born yet. I demonstrated this with at least 6 different characters who are living today, who are present in pictures drawn over 500 years ago, all the way up to the 80s. And the Vitruvian Man was the hardest one, and I couldn't get the understanding of it for 5 years. But the Vitruvian Man took some understanding, and it took me having to meet someone to understand it. Now, who I'd like to introduce you to, I would like to introduce you to the character by the name of Vian Abraham, Virtuous Vian. That's what the Vitruvian Man, who it really is. It's actually a character by the name of Vian. And we're going to see if there's any similarities in the life of the Vitruvian Man in the life of Vian, the true Vian and Vian Abraham. So without any further ado, I'm going to go to my studio and I'm going to introduce Vian to this space. Alrighty. Vian, hey, are you there, sweetheart?
I'm here.
Okay, let me go ahead and get your picture up here properly. Your camera's on, and give me 1 second. Hey, Ariel, I don't know why her camera's not showing up here. Can you come up here and make her camera show? And guys, this is going to be a very short video, probably about a half an hour, but I'm going to show you something that no one in the world is aware of, and hopefully it'll blow your mind. And I know that we're in a time where you see 1 or 2 things that are very similar, and we call them coincidences. But I'm going to show you about 4 or 5 things, and I'm going to let you be the judge of this. Pardon me. Hey, Ariel, can you show me why her picture's not showing up? Let's see. Let's try this again. Yeah. It's not showing her picture.
You got her pulled up.
I got it pulled up.
I'm trying not to be in the shots.
Okay.
There she is.
There she is. And her camera's on.
Oh, here we go. You got to do that.
Oh. Okay. Thanks, baby.
Right.
Okay. There we go. Now we got the picture. Okay. Good afternoon. Hello. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. You have no idea how long and how much anxiety I've been having over this interview because I wanted to present it in the most beautiful way that I could. Can you please tell the listeners what your name is?
My name is Vian Ibrahim.
Vian Abraham. And you spell it V-I-A-N?
That's right.
Like the Vitruvian Man? Okay. That's just a coincidence, number 1. Vian, what is your profession, by the way? May I ask if that's not too personal of a question?
Right. I'm a civil and architectural engineer.
So you're an architect and you're an engineer. Right. Like Vitruvius, huh? What a coincidence. Okay. What I want people to understand is that Leonardo da Vinci has however, how he had this knowledge of who these characters are, like Basquiat, for some reason decided to draw a picture of Vian. And in the process, he also inverted the message. And the message is completely opposite of what the intended initial message was. With the Vitruvian Man, it's showing you the perfect dimensions of a man, and it's showing you physicality. But the inverted version of this picture was actually a picture of a woman. And it wasn't about physical, it was about spirituality. And then you have a channel. Can you tell us the name of your channel, please?
Yes, we started about just under a year ago with a couple of friends to started to do some spaces on Twitter about unity amongst people. And we have run the unity spaces for a year. We had a lot of comrades join in the space and the groups, just about unity and discussing about issues, social issues, religious issues, political issues. And we've noticed that there are issues with the society which makes a person more materialistic nowadays. So getting away from spiritual part of them within, forgetting the part that they hold, which is 75% of them is spiritual. So before coming to life and after going from this life, they will be spiritual being. The only physical existence they have is in this life, which is shaping and forming their physical existence. Therefore, we notice that the reason why people cannot unite is because of their materialistic needs, materialistic desires. Therefore, we try to introduce. We've changed the title of the X spaces that we hold, and we called it Unity Bring Back Spirituality, which means we are advertising or inviting people to advocate for spirituality and activate their own spirituality within. So, to introduce to them what the spirituality is like, how spirituality can help them with their daily tasks, and how can spirituality solve social problems. So this is in short version what we are trying to achieve, to build a spiritual moral people for society and for themselves. To Yeah,
Now my question: does it matter? You are a Muslim.
that's
Does
right.
it matter what religious background people are coming from to understand about this spirituality that is untapped?
No, spirituality basically is your non-physical existence. So it doesn't relate to any particular belief or any particular ideology. It does is within you, is you without the physical existence. So it doesn't matter what religions that you follow, which I believe all the religions come from the same source, um, from the same creator. That's why we call it a creator. We came up with the name creator, which involves everybody, includes everybody. So religion is on the top of the foundation of spirituality. So we try to strengthen the foundation first to be able to understand the religion. I do believe that no matter whether you're Christian or Jews or Muslim or Buddhist or Hindus, whatever religion you believe in, you do or perform tasks in the religion that you don't understand why you're doing what you're doing without spirituality. But once you have understand the spirituality, once you have activated your spirituality, you will understand those tasks more. You will be related to your own religion more. You will ask more questions. You don't follow um, people's translation, which can mislead you to something else other than religion. Like the reason why we see a lot of hatreds in the world and the reason why we see a lot of division is because those people's translations to us is wrong of religion. So we have not understood the spirituality behind our religion. We have just followed blindly those kind of translation interpretation of other people, and we just followed people's word rather than researching ourselves, rather than meditating with the words of Bible, rather than meditating with the word of Quran, rather with it meditating with whatever books that you believe. So you just followed what people are telling you. Once you strengthen your own spirituality, you don't need anybody to lead you to your own beliefs and your own religion. You will understand God's word as this. Yeah,
That is so fantastic. Yeah, so beautiful, so amazing. So you're telling me that there's something that exists in
that's
all
correct.
of us, and it doesn't matter what religion you are. We are inviting you to experience this journey of spirituality, something that
That's
connects
correct.
all of
Yes.
us.
So we We
Okay.
believe that we all came from the same spirit, from one spirit. We all being created from the same spirit. So the thing that unites us is spirituality. So once we are going back to the source, the original source, we start understanding each other. We start feeling each other's pain. We will start be humble with each other more. Start to be with peace and unity with each other more because we understand we came from the same pain. We came from the same spirit. We all sons and daughters of Adam. So Adam is from the one spirit that God created. So division is man-made division, is not religion, it is not creator, is not spirituality, is man-made, and it is satanic. And when I
It
say
is. It
satanic,
is.
I don't
And
mean the satanic image that you created or other people translated it to you, a creature with a horn and a tail. No, the satanic is
right.
the fact is inside us, the fact that is dividing us, the fact that is ego inside us that is making us argue or discriminate or undermine other people who are different, think differently, or um, um, they have different opinion than us.
Right. Right. Now, excuse me. So that's fantastic. Now, it's a very weird thing for some crazy black guy living in Mexico to tell you that I found you in a picture. It's a weird conversation, right? So, how did you feel
Um,
when some crazy black dude said, "Hey, I saw you in a picture from
I
500
was
years ago"?
curious. You see, I don't believe in things that call coincidence. And I don't reject any ideologies without knowing what's happening, without studying it, without looking at it, without listening. So I have learned from spirituality to listen to it, to the other person, to look into it. And most of what you say, I find it fascinating. I find what you're saying, and looking at that picture, that drawing of the Vitruvian Man has been question marks everywhere. Not from me, not from you, from other people around the world. Is
Yes.
been locked. Is there's a lot of secrets about that drawing. I remember a long time ago, people related this to the pyramids in Giza in Egypt.
Hmm.
So there is a lot of secrets in that drawing. There is a lot of codes that needs to be. So I do. When you said that to me, I do not reject it. I would not reject it because there are a lot of things in that picture that is cannot be translated at the moment. Hopefully, I don't know if we ever gonna get there
Well, we
to
will.
uncode, yeah, everything. But yes, it's fascinating. What you're saying is fascinating, and the fact that you drew my attention to the name, it was. I've always wondered where's my name came from because my people were asking me, what does the name Zian mean? I didn't ever knew what does it mean. So, but once you told me, and once I looked at it on the drawing, there is a lot of things that attracts me to that drawing. And believe it or not, that drawing is in background of my computer at the moment.
Really. Well,
Is
what's
in my screensaver of
so
my computer.
for those who are watching, I knew this was Vian. I actually flew to London in November to do an award ceremony in hopes of meeting Vian, but she was out traveling, spreading her message. They did not want you to understand this picture for a reason because this is the picture and shows you history. The Vitruvian Man may be the beginning of history in terms of how we're doing things. And what they have done again, like so many of the artists do at the time, the powers that be took the original image and, like everything else, they put a man in front of it. And for those who aren't familiar with the Vitruvian Man, Da Vinci never got a chance to finish it, and he was never successful in his attempt. The attempt was to square the circle, but this picture is off balance because he put the man in front of the woman.
Of a woman, yeah.
When he did that, that ruined the balance because, like right now, men are running the entire world and we are fighting like cats and dogs, and the woman's voice is being drowned out. So they would not allow this picture to come out in its original form because they're telling you that the woman needs to be brought back, spirituality needs to be brought back, and this is the woman who was doing it. Virtuous being, not Vitruvian Man, is VITRUVIAN. And if anyone is familiar with Da Vinci and you understand how brilliant this man was, I believe it was actually a computer who drew the picture. Personally, I don't think it was a man. But anyone who follows Da Vinci knows that he is very, very meticulous. And to give you some clues on what's going on in this painting, but I knew who you were in August of 2024. I'm sorry, September of 2024, and that's why I needed to make sure I made a trip to London to see you. But once I presented her with this information, I have it recorded and privately for me and Vian for us to look at one day when days are better. But I showed her the picture. And when I showed her the picture, she saw what I was looking for within 10 seconds of looking at the picture. So I didn't even decode the picture. I found the character, and when she looked at the picture, she immediately understood and knew exactly what it meant and who it was. So I'm going to share another screen. How do I do this? Uno momento, por favor. That's my little Espanol for you folks up there. Let me see. Let me share this screen here. Man, like this is so amazing. And for art lovers who are truly art lovers, man, they have no idea what they're missing out on. Oh, okay. So the Vitruvian Man. I'm going to make this image a little larger and show you a couple things in this image. And I'm going to show you what she saw in less than 10 seconds. Well, I've been trying to figure out for 5 years. Okay. Hey, babe, come up here and blow up this screen for me, please. Oh, wait a minute. I know how to do it. Thanks. Is that it? All right. All right. Look at me. I did it. I did it. I did it. Okay. So this is, let's make this bigger. The biggest it gets. Okay. Make it bigger. Okay, I'm just gonna enlarge in this. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop sharing for a second so I can give you a picture of a large screen so I can zoom into something for you. So here we're sharing again, and we're going to share. And here's the Vitruvian Man, a large image of him. Hey, baby, come up for 1 second just in case I don't do it right. Alrighty. Okay. I want to draw your attention to a couple things with this picture for people who haven't seen it and haven't seen the new breakdown before. This, what you're seeing, is actually the original version of this was just a woman. And just like history, they take the symbols and invert them and use them for their own purposes. For example, the rainbow was a message for humanity. The Creator gave it to humanity as a reminder, and now it's used as the pride flag. The swastika was one of the most holiest symbols in the entire world, and that was used by the Nazis, turned to be something very wicked. And this one here, Vitruvian Man, was a woman that was inverted, and a man was put in front of it. The reason why you know it's a woman is because if you look at the hips, on the left side, there's no hips here, but on the right side, you can see the hips of a woman. You look at the breast, you can see this is a man's chest here, and the way this goes down, flat, straight across. And this here is a woman's chest. And what happened is we put the image and we put a man in front of a woman, and we put the woman in the background, and we have threw the balance off, and we've lost the spiritual aspect of doing things because the man is left brain. He's only dealing with that left side of his brain, whereas the woman deals with both her right and her left. She is responsible for feelings, intuition, creation, and mainly spirituality. But they put a man in front of the image and they inverted the meaning. So I want to draw your attention to the stomach. And this is what freaked me out, because this is something that I could not figure out for the life of me. This is the stomach of the Vitruvian Man. And I've been looking at this image for 5 years trying to figure out what the hell am I missing? What am I missing? Vian saw this picture in under 10 seconds. She says, oh my God, there's babies in there. And I'm like, babies? What do you mean babies? She says, there's 2 babies in there. So I say, show me. So I'm going to show you an outline. I'm going to draw it with my cursor, show you the outline of the 2 babies. Here is the head of a baby here. You see I'm going around the head. And here's the eye socket of the baby, the nose, and the mouth. And here are the babies holding hands. And here is the head of the other baby here. She saw 2 babies instantly. And if you follow the form down, you see there's 2 babies in this fetus. And to help you get a better understanding of it, let me show you a video of it so you can, I'm gonna outline it for you so you can see what's outlined. So take a look at this video for me, please. Take a look at this video for me, please. Perfect. We're zooming in, folks. Take a look at the stomach, please. This is so intense. And you see we're drawing the entire outline of the child on the left, and we're going to draw the entire outline of the child on the right. Now, just trust me, what I'm about to show you and what you're about to hear, I promise you, just trust me and sit around for this. It's going to give you chills, or it should give you chills. So you're looking at a set of twins holding hands in the stomach of Vitruvian. So you understand that this is called the Vitruvian Man, virtuous, and there's babies in the stomach. So you clearly know that this cannot be a man. That's your first clue, that this was never a man. This was a woman who is being pushed in the background, and the man is leading, and the woman is being erased and has been erased because of the message. Now, here is the scary part. Here's the very scary part. And one more thing. Take a look. If you know Da Vinci, you know that he's meticulous. Da Vinci is very, very meticulous. I believe the most meticulous of all, even more meticulous than Michelangelo. I haven't seen an artist more meticulous than Da Vinci. And let me tell you something. If you know Da Vinci, you know he's a perfectionist. And you look at the drawing of this picture, and you see that he's clearly painting over things. But here's what's even more ridiculous. this section down here where there's a phallic symbol, a penis drawn in this picture. You can tell that Da Vinci would not draw this like this. This looks stupid. This is a stupid reproduction of somebody adding something to this picture at another time. And I don't believe Da Vinci even drew this on here. This was added on at a later date. You can look at the amateuristic nature in the way they painted this. So understand that this was added after the fact. This man was put in front of the woman. That's what's going on with this. And the balance has been destroyed. Now, here is the part that I want to share, which is, oh my God, is woo. Let's get into the meat of it. Okay, VN, I got your microphone on. Is your microphone on?
Yes,
Okay. So, VN, like Vitruvius, you are an engineer architect, correct?
that's right.
So, if you don't mind me asking, you live in the UK, but you're not a UK national, are you?
That's right.
Can you please, and forgive me for bringing this up, but I believe it's important. Can you please share us the story of why, where you're from, and why you're now UK national?
Yes. Basically, I'm originally from Iraq, and at the time of the war, I was relocated with my family to the UK. My dad was a cancer research at the one of the hospitals in the UK, and at the time of the war, um, my dad wanted to leave the job and basically come to the to back to Iraq because we were not safe. Then the government of the UK decided to bring us to my dad rather than taking my dad to Iraq because they needed him for the research, cancer research. Um, After basically losing a couple of family members, and mm, two of them was my baby brothers,
So you
twin
lost
brothers.
your twin brothers.
Yeah,
Bombs hit your house. That's completely unrelated to the war, and these
that's right.
bombs made it to your community, and
That's right.
they killed your two twin brothers, your twin
That's
baby
right.
brothers.
Yeah,
Okay, so
and burned my grandmother and my uncle's house. Basically, they all passed away.
and you carry that every day,
That's right.
and you carry you are carrying your two brothers in this picture.
That's right.
So I understand that um, things seem coincidental when people think that things are just mere coincidences. But I assure you, this is not just a coincidence that the true VN, the engineer, the architect, has two twins, is carrying two twin boys in her stomach. That is not just another coincidence. I want to introduce you to the Vitruvian woman. Actually, this picture should be named Virtuous VN instead of Vitruvian Man. And she is a direct result of what happened because of a lie told by the government, George Bush of the United States. I have a question. Do you want to forgive for what's been done to your country and to your family?
Um. Uh. Well, I've forgiven a long time ago because obviously I cannot move on if I don't forgive. But there is a difference between forgiveness and not asking for justice. So I would, until the last breath, fight for justice. So I would not no longer seek revenge because I believe revenge is a wrong approach. but seeking justice. I will not give up on seeking justice.
Understood.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and what does justice look like to you?
Justice is, for me, is holding those people who lied to their own people, first of all, and to the world, and killed a million Iraqis for nothing, accountable for what they've done. Don't know if I trust the human justice. Therefore, I ask for divine justice. So I'm seeking out justice from the Creator, because I don't believe in the system justice. I don't believe in this. This system can actually bring any justice to
I
any of
agree.
us.
I
The
agree.
system is corrupted badly, and I don't think that we can actually trust it to bring justice. So that's why I seek divine justice.
So your spirituality, it's a beautiful, and if I'm saying this wrong, correct me, but it's like a beautiful weapon to fix things.
That's right. Yeah. In a way, this is for justice.
And this is how you fight. You fight.
That's how I fight.
You
That's
fight
right.
spirituality.
That's right.
And
Hopefully, in the upcoming future, the new generation will understand spirituality more, and will be more moral society. Then, when somebody comes and lie to them, they would oppose and understand the lie when they are more spiritual.
well, I want you to understand that I, I'm never nervous to interview people, and I don't have anxiety from interviewing people. But I've had extreme anxiety about this interview with you because I wanted to present it in the most honest but the most beautiful way because not tooting my own horn, but my ego is saying, "Hey, I found her first. I found her first, and I am so honored to have met you,
Same
and
here.
I want to introduce you to the world and understand that what I'm saying is this character was drawn over 500 years ago. This character is living today, and they hid this character because this character has a message that they're afraid of. And that message is spirituality, us getting back to our spiritual roots. And Vian is this character. And I invite you to, everyone who is watching, subscribe to her page. She does exercises, spirituality exercises, and that may sound like a crazy workout, but come to her space and sit in her space, and she will perform an exercise on you that is going to absolutely freak you out. The last space was so powerful that the men on the space started crying, and I had my portion of the space deleted out because I didn't know I was going to have that reaction to the exercise that she did. Follow this woman. Follow this woman. This is a gift. Can you dig it? Found her. I would have never understood this picture unless I found her. And I found her because she has a message, maybe the most powerful message that needs to be out there right now, that the system is so afraid of that they hid it and they inverted it. The woman in spirituality needs to be brought back, and we need to be made equal in true balance. This picture, if you read up on this picture, you'll find that Da Vinci was never able to balance this picture of the circle and the square. And you will not have any balance because
Without
when
spirituality.
you put the woman behind, we lost balance and we lost spirituality. We lost intuition. We lost compassion. We lost the better half of us, the better half. And I'm just very, very honored that you took the time out to hear a crazy black dude who told you that you're in a picture and even your name in it. I'm very, very honored. And I'm very, very honored to be the first to introduce you to the world because this is the beginning and this is a declaration of a new weapon. I want to show people your page, and I need all of you who follow me to go to
And
her page.
also, just adding on to what you said, we are not a movement. So we're not a political movement at all. We are just group of people who share spirituality. That's all.
And that's the thing about it. It's not a movement. It is just us getting back to where we came from. We're all spirits incarnated into the physical. We need to get back to our spiritual foundation. So I want you to understand that despite the tragedies that took place in this lovely woman's life, she still takes the time out and she has a very busy job to reach out and to teach spirituality. And it's something, it's a little different than what you expect, but she takes her time to teach spirituality to help us reconnect with one another. I wish I could do it because I would do it myself, but it's not my job. And this job is for a woman, a superwoman, a virtuous woman, a virtuous VN. Everyone subscribe to her page. VN, when are you doing your next? When are you doing your next? Your next
Yeah,
spirit?
normally depends on the time of the because I'm not on my own. I've got my comrades, Ariel, Catherine, and Ibrahim, and yourself. Sometimes you join us. So depends on everybody's time, but we advertising for it a few days before. The
Okay.
next one will be tomorrow, Monday,
Okay.
3:30 UK time,
So 3:30
and we
time.
will be talking about dreams.
Perfect. The last one we did on the mind. We're doing so. You have stages of the mind, the heart. What are the different spiritual lessons and that you teach?
Yeah, we are for now. We started talking about brain. That's why next episode will be about dreams because dreams comes from the brain as well, and the creation of our spirituality when our spirituality leaves our body. This body that we have is like a suit. When you wear a suit and you go to uh, outside the space, you wear that suit. Without that suit, you cannot breathe, you cannot function. This body also is a suit on earth. We shape our spirituality with, our existence with. So we trying to introduce this suit that is being gifted to us by the creator and how we can direct it, how we can control it, rather than leaving it for desires, rather than leaving it for the system to abuse it. You will be in control of your own body. So we starting from the brain. We last episode we talked about how you can be in control of your own thoughts, and we did 2 exercises. And tomorrow we will be talking about dreams, how your spiritual existence will leave your body. No longer you are in control of your own body. And where does your spiritual go? And that's the reason why these memories will remain in your brain because the connection is still there between your spiritual and your body. So you will be actually seeing that as like a television. It's just you seeing that dream, but your body is experiencing it. So when you wake up in the morning, you will still remember what your spiritual existence did in that dream. So we'll be talking about that in more depth, and we will do put that in practice.
And it said
We'll be talking about uh, some experience people had, which is near what they call it astral projection, which is called leaving the body, spiritual existence leaving your body. So we'll be talking about that in more depth, and we'll be talking about some dreams, and is more practical kind of space, and that will be all recorded. All the spaces we do will be recorded and put on YouTube for other people to listen to it in their own time.
and just space tomorrow. He said it's 3 o'clock. That's 3 o'clock UK time.
3:30 UK time.
So I think that's going to be 9:30 or 10 o'clock US time. Well, you have a notification. Um, Folks who are here, um, go to our channel, subscribe, and look for the notifications so you can tune in and listen in tomorrow and perform this exercise in the privacy of your own house and so forth. But I got to tell you, the men were crying when the last space that we did, because it's powerful, especially when some unseen forces that you didn't know were there, when you confirm it,
That's right.
when you showed us when we had confirmation, it was too powerful for the men. You understand? This big strong
Yeah.
men, it was too powerful for the men to handle, because you showed us something and you confirmed something for us that we didn't know we had.
Mm.
So
And also, noticed in the last episode, uh, this is a confirmation of how we are all from one spirit, how we all saw the same thing, the same pen, color, description, and everything, and how we all saw the same table, the same design table. So this is a confirmation of how, when we are no longer responding to our desires and responding to our body, how can we all reconnect and how we can feel each other.
can you do just a brief explanation of the exercise that you did, that we saw everything? Explain how, what happened, if you could.
Yeah. So these exercises, basically, I came up with it. It's mostly like a mixture of psychology, uh, astral projection kind of exercise. So it's nothing like the ones that you see in psychological therapy doctors when they make you sleep and all of that. It's nothing like that. It's you with yourself, with inner you, by just hearing your heartbeat. No music, nothing, just your heartbeat. So you answer is within you. You medication is in within you. So I'm trying to achieve with these kind of exercises. It tell you all the answers you're looking for is within. You don't have to look elsewhere. All the unknown that you're looking for is within. So you need to get to know yourself so much more than knowing something else. So everything you want to try, or everything you want to achieve, everything you're trying to dream for or hope for is within you. Because when you control your own thoughts, you can attract positivity, you can attract your dreams, you can attract whatever you like. So you're more in control. You know your ability, you know what you are capable of. Like the way with the exercise of the table and the drawers. At the beginning, I've shown a small example of where I told the lady that she volunteered to do the first exercise. I was pretty much in 100% control. Enter the room, open the drawer. What do you see in the drawer? Put it on the table. Put your hands on it. So I was in control. Second time, I taught her how to be in her own mind control. And basically, what she attracted from her own from her own thoughts is the solution for what she's facing in the daily life. Once you become more positive, once you become more confident, once you become more spiritual, you will scan things around you. You will understand things around you. You will actually understand the people in front of you, because that's part of you. You are part of me. I am part of you. I understand what you need. I understand your pain. I understand what you want. So once you are trying to get approach opportunities or fulfill your dreams in a moral way, we are not advocating for immorality. We actually advocating for moral, because once you approach your dream in a moral way, you will get it with answers. The prayers, what you're hoping for is within you, is inside, it's not outside, it's within you. Nobody else holds your dream. You hold your own dream. So you will attract the positivity for yourself. So this machine that you call a body, this container that you call a body, is very, very powerful. It's not like the ones that you have out of space. Is God created this machine for you. Nobody else can copy it. So this machine is very powerful. You need to understand it. You need to read the manual. uh, you don't understand your own yourself. You're trying to understand outside this world. You understand your own world first, then you can actually approach others outside.
Well, I want you guys to understand that the exercise that VN did, this particular exercise she did, where she created a scenario, everyone in the group saw the same thing. They saw the same thing from the direction she gave, and she didn't tell anyone what to see. She asked everyone what they saw, and they saw the same thing. In particular, they saw the same pen, they saw the same pen, the same color,
The same
another
table.
the same table. It's I'm I don't want to say the word magic, but it felt like magic because we all saw the same thing. It's that powerful. It was very enlightening, and the women were stayed. The women, because they're the stars. It was the men who couldn't handle it. So it's something that we're inviting you to be a part of from a very pure space. And we ask that when you come to the space, just come with an open heart and a
Open.
pure, open mind and pure intentions. And we can show you something beautiful so we can connect to one another again.
That's right.
So, is there
That's right.
anything else you'd like to say before you leave, Ian? Because this
Yeah.
is part one.
No. Yes, this is part one. I was going to say there will be more parts with me and on Santana. So we'll be doing more things about this. So hopefully we try our best to open up the minds and to connect, basically, because together we are stronger and together we can actually do something for our children in future. I mean, if there is no hope for this generation, there should be hope for next. Yeah.
Beautifully stated.
And please do activate your spirituality because that's very, very important.
Yes, and you know, so many people out there want to do it, and there are people out there trying, and sometimes we need a little guidance, you know. And I, for one, you helped me out with some very important things. I just needed some direction on how to direct these things. So all of us need some help once in a while, and this is an amazing resource for folks out there who are having anxiety at this particular time that we're living in.
Right.
It's some great exercises to help redirect that and turn it into something good. So go to her channel, subscribe, tell your friends. If you have time, show up tomorrow. If you aren't able to make it tomorrow, it will be online and recorded what we're doing. This is her space. It's her team. I'm a part of her team. And I just wanted to be the first to introduce you because I'm very impressed with myself for finding you because you are a gift.
I'm also lucky to find you and Ariel and Catherine and Ibrahim and many other people who want to try their best to activate this spirituality. And we are a small group, but we are growing
Yes,
and we're growing together. This is not a movement. This is not a political movement. We only simply invite you to activate your own spirituality. Whatever you do with that is your own free will.
beautifully spoken.
Yeah.
Okay, VN, I am going to let you go at ha ha
Thank you
ha
so
under
much.
an hour.
Uh-oh.
Hour.
You know,
Thank you
no,
so much. It's late on your
thank you.
Thank you for staying up for this interview. I'm just so impressed with you and I'm honored to have been able to talk to you, sweetheart.
No, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to check out, guys. We're going to end this stream. And thank you guys for looking. And we're going to put some information in the link. I'm going to share her page for you guys who may have gotten here a little later, for you guys to follow her page. Follow her. Try to, if you can, come to the space tomorrow to take a look at the exercise. And this is her channel here. This is her channel. You guys subscribe to it, and we'll see some of you tomorrow. And the ones we don't see tomorrow, don't worry about it. We'll see you next week because this thing is divinely given, and this is a divine thing. So I thank you all, and I would like to say thank you for checking in and listening in from lovely, virtuous VN. And can you dig it? We're out.